I'm Lisa Milton.
And I'm Colleen Glick, and we're the instructors for the LIVESTRONG at the YMCA program at the Eugene Family YMCA. The LIVESTRONG at the YMCA program is a 12-week exercise program for cancer survivors.
We see those who are impacted by fatigue, lack of self-confidence. A lot of people struggle with lymphedema and neuropathy, and some of those things are really impactful in their daily living. So for us, this is really about getting them back into doing the things that they love. And so we get this opportunity to come alongside them and to just really kind of be their cheerleader.
The compassion that they showed and the one-on-one contribution they made to me to support me, but also what they're doing in terms of supporting everyone in the program. It was beyond what my expectations were.
We see the healing power in exercise. It seems like a frivolous thing, but there's something about rebuilding strength and stamina that encourages people in every other aspect of their life.
When you watch someone who's come in and they've had their breasts removed from surgery and they hunch forward and they're not quite confident in themselves, and about 6 weeks in they're wearing tank tops and their shoulders are back and they're glowing, how can you not be passionate about that work? It's amazing.
It's not the type of work where you set it down at the end of the day. It comes home with you. Just really being involved in people's lives in such an intimate way has just been one of my favorite things I've got to do here at the Y.
I'm Debbie Wright, the co-founder of Angel Hair Foundation. We give hair systems to kids who have lost their hair due to medical treatments like cancer, chemotherapy, and alopecia. When my daughter, she was 13 years old, she had a headache. After several months, several doctor visits, we found out that she had cancer. The biggest side effect of the chemotherapy that had the biggest impact on Stacy was losing her hair. She didn't want to go out in public, and she had a year of treatment. We found that wigs are fine for some people, but for a teenage 13-year-old girl who's losing her hair, it wasn't. So we did some more research, and we found what we now call angel hair, but it's a cranial prosthesis, and so we bought one for Stacy, and she put it on and went to the hospital for her next treatment. And she just had the biggest grin. When we walked away from the hospital, we figured we could not walk away from the other kids and the families that were suffering. So that's how Angel Hair Foundation was born about 13 years ago.
That looks so real. Mom.
It is so real.
Mom.
I don't want to hurt my makeup. Oh, let me give you a tissue.
It's an amazing experience for me that I get to be there when each child receives their hair system, and not only to see the reaction in the child, because I know how important it is, because my daughters went through it, but to see the reaction of the families, of the moms and the dads that are with their kids.
Oh my gosh, it looks just like how I was before.
It's like the silver lining around a dark cloud. This is the one appointment that they're looking forward to go to, and I am so blessed that I get to be a part of that.
I'm Shanna Hutton. I'm president of the board of directors for Positive Community Kitchen. Positive Community Kitchen is a local organization that provides free organic meals to people that have been diagnosed with cancer and life-threatening illnesses. I've been touched with family members and very dear friends who have gone through this process and have had an incredible stressful time getting through it. And the only thing that I knew to do at the time was bring them food, because it was what I could do. And that was the intention of this organization, to bring help at a stressful time. In 2018, my husband and I decided to climb Kilimanjaro, which is the tallest mountain in Africa. It reaches 19,300 feet. One of the reasons why I did it was to honor a good friend of mine who had passed away from colon cancer, as well as bring awareness to Positive Community Kitchen. It was a 7-day climb, so 5.5 up and a day and a half down. As much as I was tired, I was suffering from altitude sickness, I kept on thinking in my mind, this mountain is nothing in comparison to what my friend went through. And I had her ashes around my neck, and I kept thinking to myself, if she could do that, I can surely get through this. And so when I got to the top of that mountain, it was incredibly emotional for me, and I got to spread her ashes on the rooftop of Africa. And so she has a wonderful view. And when I think about the power of people helping people, I have never felt it so much in my life as hiking that mountain. I felt it on that mountain that day, and I feel it in the Positive Community Kitchen every week.